So I wanted to ask you really, what do you think is your biggest success story in the last few years when leading QA teams who are new to Agile?
Yeah, so I think some of the things that do come to mind, is I wouldn't pick out one success story. I've worked for about 4 companies now in the region, yeah, and not all of them were new to Agile, I would say, but in the true sense of Agile, I think there were a lot of maybe, I would say, their thoughts around what was Agile, yeah, and then rather than what the true sense of Agile is, right? So I think a lot of what I've done when I've come into some of those companies was, explain sort of the core principles of Agile and make sure that my team understood exactly what that was, right? Explaining to them why something is done, why it's done in that particular way within the Agile realm of things, right? So I think that was the one thing I would say I try to push throughout my teams that I've worked in, and making sure that not just the QA space but the different areas also get that. I see Agile adoption as being not just from Agile coaches or Scrum Masters, but making it a concerted effort across everyone, right? So I think I've always worked with pulling up and drawing in metrics to make sure that we can show some sort of like key criteria around adoption, right? And making sure that the different parties and different disciplines that do contribute in those areas actually aware of what part they play within that metrics, right? Within that criteria, I would say, yeah. So I think that is something I would say as if you do that, I think the results start speaking for itself, and I've worked across some of the major projects, whether it's at Majid Al Futtaim and launching into Pakistan, a digital store into Pakistan, or whether launching the Mashrek website, for example, and the app, and then also looking at my time at Uniphonic and launching into KSA there, So I think there's a lot of success criteria and a lot of those as being success stories, but obviously there's a lot of work behind that, and a lot of pushing in and making sure that the team understands the core aspects around Agile and the adoption and all of those things. Yeah, so I think that I would say is the biggest success stories.
Check out my other videos where myself and Toyer explore our professional experiences of subjects such as imposing Agile frameworks, practical QA certifications, and barriers to adoption. Thank you for watching.